What's going on, guys? This is Malcolm. Once again, you're on Malcolm Talks. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Now today, I want to go into something very important. It's about raising your status. Raising your status. And this goes for anybody. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a business owner, you can be at the job, you can have a 9-to-5, whatever the case may be. It's important that you be able to raise your status, because that's going to raise your income. That's going to raise the amount of sales that you're able to close. That's going to raise your influence, your persuasiveness. And I'm going to talk about 3 simple things that you can do. Well, not that you can do, but 3 things to think about as you raise your status. Now, the first thing you want to do, you got to figure out a way to raise your social status. What do I mean by that? Well, social status is simple. It's just, you want to be seen as the guy with all the friends. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys might be introverted. Maybe you're not a people person. But from the outside looking in, you know, you want to be the type of guy that's a likable guy, a likable person. You know, that type of thing raises your overall status when your social status is strong. So for instance, you know, you got a group of friends that you hang out with, and you got another group of friends that you hang out with, and at work people like you, and you know, you have a large social circle. You're a likable person. People like you. People want to be involved in that. You know, they want to be your friend too. It just looks good to have a nice social circle. You don't want to be a hermit or a monk and sit in the house all day and not do anything. Go ahead and get out there, mingle with people, make new friends, build your social circle, because that's going to build your overall status. That's number 1. The number 2 thing you want to do is you want to build your financial status. All right. And you can do this in a number of different ways. Unfortunately, we live in a very materialistic world, fortunately or unfortunately. So a lot of times people are going to judge you and your financial situation based on what they see with their own eyes. Right? So if I'm driving down the street and I'm in a Lamborghini, people are going to automatically assume, wait a minute, this guy got a lot of money. I don't know what he's doing. He probably owns a business. He might be a celebrity. Whatever the case may be, that guy's doing big things. And it's a fact. You know, you're not about to go out and get a Lamborghini and not be able to afford it. I mean, it just doesn't work like that, guys. Now, you might go out and get you a car that's nice and you can barely afford the note, right? But you still got the car. You know, a lot of people can't even afford the quote-unquote nice things. But that is a reflection of your financial situation. So you want to raise your financial status by purchasing different things that show that you're successful. You know, go out and buy yourself a nice watch. You know, I bought this watch. This is a Citizen watch. You know, beautiful watch. I bought this watch 10 years ago. Yeah, look, nice looking watch, 10 years. You know how many watches I bought before this one that lasted like a year, 2? You know, there were the little Calvin Klein watches, the little Timex, you know, might be $100 watch. And then I went ahead and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna spend $300 on a watch, which is not a lot of money, guys. But it's the most I had spent on a watch at that time. Look how long it lasted me. It still looks great. It's a financial symbol. I mean, obviously I like it too. But when I meet people, or when I'm in an environment and social circles or things of that nature, people see my watch and they can tell that this guy's obviously not broke, right? Now, obviously on the other end of the spectrum, you have watches like Rolexes, and there's a whole assortment of really expensive watches. But you just want to use these things as things that raise your overall status. And financial is one piece of it. Your car. You know, right now I'm in a Honda. But, you know, eventually I will be getting a new car. I'm just kind of holding on, trying not to You know, trying to get the car I want as opposed to having to buy something just because. But it's no secret. I know that if I were to be driving around in a brand new Lexus LS 460, that my financial status is going to raise. People are going to see that. They're going to be like, wow, Malcolm's doing something. He's doing really good. You know, maybe his YouTube videos went viral, and now all of a sudden he's making all his money. Maybe he got more than 20 views on a video for a change. I don't know, you know. But something happened for me to be driving around in that car. Trust me, that means I'm doing very well. And it's the same thing with anything else. You know, if you're a woman out there, you're walking around, you got you a brand new Gucci purse. Not a knockoff, but a real deal Gucci purse. Louis Vuitton, Coach, whoever. There's different levels. They communicate things to people that see them. Wow, that's a nice purse. Those are nice shoes. She has to have something going on with her life to be able to afford those things. I want to get next to that. I want to become a part of whatever that success is. And see, a lot of times we look down on materialistic things like, oh, why does it always have to be about the material things? You know, it's about what's on the inside. It's about friendship and love and happiness, and it shouldn't be about, you know, what you can afford and things like that. Yeah, okay. You can believe that as long as you want to. I think a good thing to do is just to understand the reality that it's a mixture of both. Your financial status will raise your overall status, your overall ability to persuade, to sell, to be influential, to have options and choices and things in your life. And that's what you want at the end of the day. And number 3, the third thing is you need to have a certain presence about yourself, just the way you look in general. You know, I guess we can call this your physical status. What is your physical status? Because that's going to raise your overall status. Are you hitting the gym on a regular basis? Do you watch what you eat? You know, do you care about any of that? You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You know, you don't have to be one of them people from Top Model, okay? But you need to look decent. You need to take care of yourself. Put yourself together well. Make sure you're putting on clean clothes. Make sure your clothes are pressed and not wrinkled. Make sure you're being professional, that you're speaking well, that you look good, that you're well groomed. All these things, you know, send out signals and messages about what type of person you are. Now, when it all comes together, number 1, you got a nice social circle. Number 2, you have a nice financial base, you have certain status symbols that indicate that you are definitely successful. And then number 3, you look good. You're able to walk into a room, you feel confident, you look great, you smell good, you got a brand new haircut. Look at that. Look how shiny that thing is. Look how shiny my head is right now. That's because I shaved it this morning. I care. I care about what I look like. You should too. So that's just 3 things, guys. You know, and at the end of the day, this is just Malcolm on Malcolm Talks. This is my opinion. You can take with it whatever you want. I do appreciate you guys watching the channel, though. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to sip my coffee and go into this 9 to 5. Peace out. One love. And I'm going to holler at you.